Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead of them and their companies. I'm your host, Olivia Salmons, and in each episode, we'll uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, I'm super excited to be joined by Jen Uschold, a seasoned physical therapist and pain scientist and mental fitness expert who helps people overcome chronic pain, injuries, and burnout through an holistic blend of movement, lifestyle medicine, mindset, and personalized coaching. Jen doesn't believe in quick fixes or band-aids solutions. She believes in empowering people to become their own health captains, rebuild capacity, and reclaim their vitality through the long haul. If you've ever felt the pressure of building something big while your body or energy is being taxed, this episode is for you. Jen, welcome to Founders Future. Thank you so much for joining me today.
I am so excited to be here, so thank you for having me.
I'm super excited to have you here, and it's such a pleasure. So I'm excited to dive in. With all of my guests, I do actually like to start at the beginning of their journey. So if you don't mind taking me back to what it was that you was doing before you jumped into the pain coaching world, and then from there, what was the motivation behind it?
Yeah, so I am a physical therapist, and in most parts of the world, that is a physiotherapist. So, depending on your listening audience. And I've been doing that since 1991. And in 2007, one of my neighbors in Indiana said, "Hey, I'm having my hip replaced. I want you to come to my house and do my therapy." And I said, "I don't do that." And "You do now?" And I was like, "Okay." So that was the beginning of me having my own business. And then in 2008, I moved to Virginia and I was raising three small children. So I just got a regular part-time job, but I was very honest. I'm also wanting to build this business on the side. Everybody was very excited and cool with that. And then just as time went on, eventually I completely ventured off onto my own. And then it was another client in around 2013 who said, "I want you to come home with me and be my coach." I said, "I don't think my kids would be so thrilled with that." And it got the wheels turning. And that's when I got into health and wellness coaching. And about the same time as when I took a deep dive into pain science.
Okay.
And pain science is a journey that will never end because we keep learning, but it also validated so much of what I've done over my career, but I couldn't understand it and I couldn't explain it. And so now that is now my mission. My mission is for people to know that pain is not a life sentence, and we have the science to help people ease pain and get their life back.
Beautiful. And also a very holistic approach, blending the mindset with pain, because sometimes it is a mental barrier getting over that pain and just knowing that you'll get through it and move on from there. Obviously, you'll have a much better understanding of pain and the way to fix it than what I do. But like typically, what is it like to work with you? So is it a full holistic approach, like moving forward?
It is what the client needs and is ready to do. And so while everything I do is evidence-based, we do have research supporting all of it. So much of it is driven by the client, and it is about their experiences, their desires, and holistic, yes, because I'm also a lifestyle medicine coach, which is fantastic because there are six main areas in lifestyle medicine, and those are stress management, exercise, nutrition, sleep, avoiding risky substances, and social connections. Those tie in beautifully with our four core areas of pain science, which are education, goals, sleep, and exercise. And even within those, there's so much we can do for someone. But we also have an additional 22 other researched areas that we know help people with pain, which is why there's so many options, but it allows me to really meet the client where they are and where they're ready to go.
Beautiful. So yeah, you can really tailor it to their goals moving forward, and as you say, like custom made and custom built for their pain issues, which is amazing. So let's dive into that a little bit more then. So walk me through, who would you say at this point is your ideal customer? And then from there, how is it you help them and how do you support them?
Yeah, it's such an interesting question because people are like, "What do you do? What do you do?" And people like drill down. And finally, I was working with a coach and I was like, "You know what? Pain is drilled down enough. I don't need to be targeting a certain age, a certain gender." And so my ideal client is somebody who is struggling with pain, has tried a lot of other things, whether they're traditional or non-traditional, and is still curious enough to learn something new. Because our understanding of pain has exploded in recent decades, but it's really slow to turn the ship. So most medical clinicians don't even have this information. And so it's a much bigger challenge to disseminate it to the people actually struggling with pain. And those are the people I want to reach.
Love it. So people in pain in general, and I suppose that's a great place to start because it's very niche down, as you said already. If you're in pain, you're in pain. So then walk me through what it'd be like to work with you. So is this on like a one-to-one level and mainly in person, or can this be done online through a series of coaching programs?
Yep, the answer is yes. I still do physical therapy and I also do coaching. They're intertwined now. It's the air that I breathe. And so I do one-on-one, both in person and virtual. I do some group work, but I really also speaking. So speaking at a conference or to college students or things like that. And I've even spoken at divorce conferences. I've done retreats. So it's just different ways to get the message out there. And some people are going to do great with what they learn at a conference or a retreat, and they're going to be able to make positive changes. Then there are other people and be like, okay, that's great. I also need more. And so then they can contact me for a different approach. So I do have different programs and again, one-on-one versus bigger avenues.
Beautiful. Again, so making it very easyable and accessible for people to work with you just based on their position as well. So you mentioned that you're doing a lot of speaking to get the message out there and really have an impact. Do you do any other form of like client acquisition? So do you do anything else online? Like what channels and methods are you finding most effective for yourself?
Yeah, I'm very present on LinkedIn. I tried some of these other platforms and some of them are a lot of work and I'm not so tech savvy. But LinkedIn, I think, is where my people are. The challenge with pain is people aren't raising their hand saying they have pain. So it's meeting the struggles of the high achieving person or the person who's avoiding certain behaviors. And sometimes that means pain. So LinkedIn is probably the biggest playground that I'm on. I also teach for a company called Evidence in Motion. So I teach both pain science classes and I'm the program director for lifestyle medicine. And so that's another way that I get myself out there too.
Amazing. So with regards to like LinkedIn then, is it mainly organic outreach from yourself or do you run any form of ads to bring in some traffic as well?
I did try ads just once, and LinkedIn ads are pretty darn expensive. And so I opted out. Now, maybe I'll try that again someday, but it is a mix of posting and interacting with people and then organic reach out.
Amazing. So again, yeah, on the education. And I suppose the big thing with pain as well is a lot of people look to do that band-aid effects or just cover it up. So they're not looking to get to the root cause of that. So getting that initial step from somebody, is that kind of a challenge in opposed to like acquiring people as well?
Yeah, so much of it is
Yeah.
one-on-one, which is why it's great to be on LinkedIn because I can post things and then people that have had experience
Yeah.
with me can be like, oh, yeah, this really works for me. Because you're right. There are a lot of bad beliefs out there and really harmful myths about pain. And we get really stuck in those patterns. And so that's part of it when my ideal client is someone who's curious enough to challenge those patterns and beliefs, which can be really hard to do.
Yeah, no, 100%. In my mind, like pain science and the field of pain medicine is very similar to nutrition in a sense that it's forever changing and moving with the modern world as the science develops. And I hope that's a great understanding, like on my part of it as well.
So I find nutrition fascinating
Yeah.
and equally frustrating. And the if you really look at nutrition, there are 4 or 5 things that we all agree on. If you want to get all uppity about meat or carbs or protein or this or that, you can. But then there are these core things that we know are true. And really, the same is true for pain and lifestyle medicine. No matter what your approach is, everybody's talking about the importance of sleep and exercise and nutrition and stress. And so part of it becomes, how are we extracting the story from the client so that we
Mm.
can help them create a treatment plan that's going to really be best catered to them?
Yeah, so again, it's very heavy on the knowledge up front. So a lot of contact points before you maybe even started working with the patients to uncover what's going on. So Jen, with that being said, are you still a solopreneur at the moment as well, or do you have a team that may be helping you out with some of the nuances that are going on, or juggling those many hats that you have to wear as a founder?
Yeah, I am a solopreneur at this point. I have a bookkeeper who she's very funny. She's like, Jen, I don't really charging you. And I'm like, why not? And she's like, because you need so much help. And I'm like, okay. But I'm like, whatever, we work it out. And then I do have someone who helps me with my website and digital marketing, and she's just an absolute gift. And so I just told her yesterday, I said, I really hope that I can pay you for more hours starting next year so that we can just keep growing and growing.
Absolutely. And then again, what is the plan for you when you think about growing and scaling? Do you have an end goal in mind moving forward for the next 12 months?
Yeah, for the next 12 months, I want to be getting more paid speaking gigs because I want to be getting onto bigger and bigger stages so I can get that message out there
Mm,
to create a ripple. My intention is to create a ripple of knowledge and giving people strategies and tools so that there's a mix of people who can just take it and be successful and the people who might need a little bit more help or people that maybe I can refer to because they're in a particular part of the country or the world. So the paid speaking, I think, is my biggest mission to just build that
yeah,
ripple
100% have a big impact as possible. And where are you finding the biggest challenge in making that happen for yourself?
of finding the paid speaking gigs.
Yeah, getting in front of the people, getting that message out and really having an impact.
Yeah, that is an ever evolving process. I've tried many different things, and I think with any of it, any sales or marketing, it really comes down to consistency and perseverance.
Yeah.
And I have to be dedicated enough to an approach to give it enough time versus failing once and running away from it. And then also where's that point where you're like, okay, you know what? This is not actually worth the time and dime that you're putting into it. And so that's an ongoing challenge. And again, LinkedIn, I found speaking gigs. Interestingly, I took the pain science and lifestyle medicine and started doing that for people going through divorce. And I've done two retreats for divorce groups, for family law groups. I've spoken at a divorce conference. So it's also being open and creative to where you can get the message out there.
Yeah, fully. And as you say, I think it's a tightrope that every founder has to follow. When should I pivot? When should I stop? When should I just keep pushing? But naturally, I feel like the progression will feel comfortable for you, so you know which step to take at the right moment. Amazing. And Jen, I have one final question to ask you before we log out. So if you could go back to a younger self, maybe at the start of your entrepreneurship journey, and you could only leave yourself with one piece of advice moving forward, something you know now, but that you didn't know then, what would you
Mhm.
say to yourself?
Remove the P word from your vocabulary. We seek perfection, and perfection doesn't actually exist. So I try not to use that word with my clients. I try not to use that word in my life because why would we seek something that doesn't actually exist versus seeking curiosity and more knowledge and growth from every experience you have?
Amazing. I was slightly concerned as to what P word we was talking about. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm glad you evaluate.
It's a
Pain
fully
was one that
appropriate
popped to
one.
my eye. Yeah.
7 letters, not four.
Beautiful. And Jen, thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing your incredible journey and insight. Where can our listeners reach out to connect with you, work with you, and just check out more about the amazing work that you're doing?
Yeah, my website is jenuschold.com, and I'm sure you'll have it in the notes for the spelling, or you can see it at the bottom of the screen there. And then the easiest other place to find me is LinkedIn.
Beautiful. Jen Uschold again on LinkedIn. Nice and simple. Perfect. Thank you again for joining us. And to our
Thank
listeners, if you
you.
enjoyed this episode, please be sure to go and check out Gem. And do not forget to subscribe to Founders Future via wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're really looking to scale your business and you want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with one of our team and discover how we went from zero to $30 million per year in less than 3 years. But until then, keep on climbing and we'll see you on the next one.